Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video tutorial, which is going to be focused on integrating Django audit log. Now, of course, I have done a few tutorials in the past that deal with auditing, regulation, compliance, sort of like libraries. However, the thing I really like about Django audit log is its simplicity. It's very easy to get started, and it is very effective, and it has a lot of additional features which you can utilize and integrate and set everything up. Now, the thing that I really like about audit log is the fact that you can attach the logging that you want to have set to a particular model. So if there are models you don't want to track and you don't want to check all the details, you don't have to do that. And I'm going to show you exactly how that's all going to factor in. Okay, so the first thing you need to ensure that you have is a sample project that you want to work with. As you can see, I have one up here and running. And the next thing we want to do is set up Django audit log. So what we can do is say pip install Django audit log. Let's go to our terminal, and you just want to say pip install Django audit log. Okay, so it might just take a moment also to set up all the necessary sub packages as well. There we go. And according to the documentation, let's go ahead and get started. So under installation, the first thing we need to do, and let me zoom in here, was to install Django audit log, which we did. Okay, and then we need to add audit log to our projects list of installed apps. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to copy the following. Let's go to my app settings.py file. Here we go. And we can just keep that in. The next thing that we need to do is we need to run manage.py migrate, because it has a set of unique database tables in place that are set. Okay, so we can just say python manage.py migrate. There we go. So it's got everything set up and we're good to go. Now, what you can also do is if you want audit log to automatically set the actor for our log entries, we can go ahead and enable the middleware. However, this isn't something mandatory that you have to do, just something additional that you can do. And you can, of course, see more on the usage and such. So that is the base of that. Now, to automatically log changes and such, what are we going to do is we're going to ensure that we import the audit log, and then we're going to ensure that we register it accordingly to the audit log model itself. Okay, and that's going to, of course, create its own objects based on all of the audits that we're making. So let's go ahead and do a simple demonstration here. Okay, so what I want us to do first of all is go to a Django app, and here I have a models.py file here. And I already have this models.py file. It's been migrated, everything is set and all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start fresh here. So let me go out and let's start fresh, which I think would be the best way to help you to understand. So I'd recommend you follow along with me. So let's create a model. I'm going to call this class item, and I'm going to say models.model. Then I'll add in the colon. And then I'm going to say name equals, and I'll say models.char field max length equals 100. Then I'll say price equals models.decimal field max length. And you don't actually need that, I believe, for the decimal field. We can just say max digits, excuse me. And that will be 10. And then decimal places, we can set that as 2. Okay, so there is our first model. All right. Now we want to log on this particular model here. So we need to ensure that we go on ahead and import audit log. So we'll use this line here. And I'm just going to put it right above this. We can actually put it at the top, actually. There's audit log. And then I'm going to register it according to that model. So I'm just going to say audit log.register. And I'm going to attach it to item. And I'll just put it here. accordingly. So I'm registering item. So any object that's been created and such will be logged to item. Okay. Perfect. So we have that set. Then I just want to go ahead and create one more model here, a very simple one, and then we can go ahead and test everything in play. All right. So the next one, I'm just going to call this class category models.model. And I'm just going to say name here equals models.char field. And I'll say max length equals 255. Okay, very simple. So let me zoom out now so you can see. So I have these two models that I'm going to use here. So we're creating it from scratch here to be fresh. And what's going to happen is any update that's made to this particular model is going to be logged. And any update I make here to this category model, nothing's going to happen to it. So let's make those migrations. Python manage.py make migrations. Okay, so those models were created. That's the reason why I didn't start on one that I already have, just to make it easier for you to understand the process. Now let's migrate. Okay, perfect. Now we can go to our admin.py file. Okay, and we just want to ensure that we are importing item and category. There we go. And we can just register them now. Just like that. Great, let's go to our application, and you just want to ensure you have a super user, so I'll create one quickly. So create super user. Okay, I'll call this honor2, in a password, and again. Okay, let's run our server. All right, great. Now let's go to the admin. And now let's go ahead and log in with our credentials. All right, so as soon as your credentials have been entered, you can log in. Okay, and you can see here we have this audit log app here with a model called log entries. Now, as of this moment, there's nothing there that's been logged, but let's go ahead and test this out. So we have item and category. Those are the fresh models that we created. So remember items, we are registering everything in the audit log that happens. So if I go to items here, add an item, and I say here, let's say Fanta orange, and I set that to $4.99, save. We can see that object's been saved. Let's see if it logs it according to the registration here that we have made. If we go to the log entries model, we can see here the creation date. We can see the resource here. So it's from this particular app known as web app. We can see that it's from the item model, item object 1. The action was creation. Changes, we can see that we made 3 changes. So that was based on the price, the name, and ID. So that's the creation of the object itself. So let's do some more changes here. Let's go back to it. And let's say I just change that price and I say $6.99. So there's an increase in price. Let's say save. Go to the log entry. We can see there that the action was an update on that particular object. We made one change and that was to the price. So you can see this is very helpful, especially in certain e-commerce or e-com environments where you want to make sure that everything is up to date and set as it should be. Now, let me go ahead and go to categories and let's add in a category. So here I'm just going to say drinks. Okay. Just as a simple test. If I go to log entries here, you can see here that it doesn't log that. So that's the beauty that I really like about this audit log, is that you can set it to whichever model you want it to be defined for. As you can see, category here has got nothing to do with it. So even if I were to refresh the page, go to log entries again, it does not show that change. But if I go to items, just add in a new object, and here I'm just going to say, just say milk, and let's say $6.99, save, go back to log entries, And you can see here object 2 was created. We can see the 3 changes. That's usually when you first create the object, as I mentioned, and we can see that's all being tracked. Okay, another thing I also want to show you is how you can flush these logs. So if you want to start from scratch and you want to start from the beginning, let's say you started too early on the tracking process, or you want to start anew and you have a lot of data, what you can also do is you can use the flush command as well. So if we look here in the docs, I'm just going to scroll a bit here, so it should be near the end. So under the management commands, you can also use audit log flush. Okay, that's going to clear all the log entries from your database, and that's just essentially just going to help to remove all of that extra clutter that you may have that you want to remove. So audit log flush. So what we can do is go to our terminal, and you can say python manage.py audit log flush, and that's going to flush all of those log entries. Okay, you can say yes, and that will delete the 3 objects that it housed. So if I go to log entries again, oh, I do need to run my server. Okay, and there we go. We can see if we just reopen that, there's nothing there. Okay, but let's start this again. Item. Let's add in a new item for now, and here I'm just going to say cake. Save, and from then on it's going to show that particular object from that point onward, from the fresh records that you've set up and gotten organized. Right, now there's a lot more things that you can actually do here. I just wanted to get you through the fundamentals, and the important aspect, which I find very helpful, is you can decide what is going to be tracked and what isn't, and it's very, very easy to use, and it's very efficient. Alright guys, so that's it for this video tutorial. As always, thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.